Hello! Welcome to Game Over Gerkinman. This is, of course, Gerkinman, and we're here with an all-new game. How exciting. It's been a while since we've sat down to record anything, because that's life at the moment. We're playing Tomb Raider, the release from last year. It did quite well for itself. And I'm here with some people who are familiar with the Tomb Raider game franchise.
Little bit.
Just a little bit. And so we're going to talk to them about Tomb Raider a little bit. So, guests, would you please introduce yourselves in alphabetical order, as is often the case with the way we do things. Yeah, B is before C.
B is for blowjob. I am
Lordo, and that's my name. And this is a game I've never played.
Oh, that's your intro?
That's your intro.
That was
Alright,
beautiful.
good. So that means it's my turn, and my name is Casey. And I've played every Tomb Raider game ever made except this one.
Holy shit.
Yep. There are a lot of bad... Apparently I only like Tomb Raider games when they're awful, because I've never played this one before, so...
Well, we'll get into that when, that's a good conversation starter, Majiggy.
Yeah.
You got one more with us!
Yeah. Hey, I'm Jess, or Namir. I've played like the first two Tomb Raider games on PC billions and billions of years ago when I was like a child. Never played this one.
Look at all this drama happening that we don't have sound to.
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't have sound
Wait.
to?
Oh, mine's muted. Oh, there we go.
I'm the only person... This is what, sorry? This is, this is PS3.
Nah, this is PS1.
That's a PS3.
Is it?
I got a PS4. I ain't got no fucking money. Who are you talking about? I think this is pre-rendered. But I will say that this game is absolutely beautiful looking.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I've heard that that's the case. I like how they actually made her look like a real person.
It
like,
was very
in the
nice.
other games.
Yeah, let's get into
Yeah.
that. Let's start right
Tits
on
are
that.
real.
She,
Okay.
They downsized her tits.
yes, they used
Sorry
to
to all
be.
you fanboys.
They used to be like giant triangles that could poke your eyes out.
Polygon.
Yeah, just like one
There was-
big polygon.
I have a fond memory of Tomb Raider 4, Last Revelation, where I was playing with a bunch of friends. We fell into like a pit, and then like the camera got like pushed up into her breasts, and we couldn't get it to go anywhere else.
Oh,
so it
dear.
was just stuck there, and we were like, oh, this.
You might be
Yeah.
the only person on the planet with fond memories of Tomb Raider 4.
Those old games, I bonded with people over those old games, despite the fact that they're just so bad.
Well, I guess that's something we should get into. Speaking of old games, I'm gonna get everyone to. We'll talk about like our actual experience with the franchise, and I'll go first because I have the least experience. I had a demo for Tomb Raider 2 on PC when I first got my PC. Came with like a Hyper Magazine demo disc, and the very first animation I ever did was actually I took a series of screenshots, hitting F12 or whatever it is on the keyboard of me playing the game, and then I took it into like some crappy photo app, and I put Pikachu in the screenshots, and he got shot up, and that was the very first animation I ever did. And up until I played this game, that was all the experience with Tomb Raider I had ever had, because I was always a Nintendo kid and I didn't have a PlayStation.
Put the link up.
Huh.
I want to see it.
Yeah, I wish I still had it. It'd be quite funny.
Oh, you don't
That's
have
pretty
it?
funny.
No, that was.
Surely on the internet somewhere.
Yeah, someone might have stolen it off my computer sometime.
Yeah, well, like I mentioned, I played all of them. You know, I didn't play them all in order. I think I started with 2, and then played 3, and then played 1, or it doesn't really matter.
PC or PS1?
Yeah, I put it all on the PC.
Okay.
I take that back. I played a couple of them and beaten a couple of them on both, if you can believe that. And there's only very, very subtle differences. So they're almost the same game, except for like the controls are crap on this. But yeah, they just like I don't know. They've had such a weird track record with Tomb Raider like over the years. Like the first few, like I think I was saying this earlier, was like they had some success with the first couple of games. They just started chugging them out like once a year for a while, and then people, like lost it just really quickly. And then they started like remaking them and stuff. And
Yeah,
then they started getting a little bit better, but
but they got
I
really
played
good.
on PS1.
So we have someone who played him on the PlayStation. Thank
Yes.
God.
Thank
Yeah.
God, I'm the only one.
Yeah, I thought
played number
I
2.
thought-
I didn't play 1. I think I played a little bit of number 1, but number 2 was the main one I remember, especially like being down in that starting cave where you start off in the cave.
oh
and
yeah.
Tiger just crawling around fucking in the darkness, and you're like, what the fuck is this shit? How do I get out of here? I think it took me a while to figure out how to get out, but I eventually got to the mansion area, and that butler guy, he's a scary fucker, I tell you that.
Yeah, that's my fondest memories of Tomb Raider 2 is Locke is like making the butler follow you around the house and then
Sick.
locking him in the meat freezer so that he wouldn't follow you anymore.
Yeah, they. I wish they'd have her mansion in all the other games, but they don't. Like on all the newer ones, they got rid of it, and you can't wander around her mansion anymore. And like
Well, this makes
torture
sense
the
in this
butler.
one because it's a prequel because she hasn't got it
Yeah.
yet. But
So in Tomb Raider 3, they actually allowed you to shoot your butler. Like,
What?
They gave. Yeah, there's a shooting range in her house, and you can get the guns and like wander off with them, and then like the butler will eventually find you, and you can shoot at him, and he holds up his stupid ass little tea tray like it's bulletproof or something, and blocks them, and then eventually like falls over.
that's pretty
know.
funny.
Yeah. So
So-
what's going on here?
Well,
Scared. Sacrifice.
yeah. Basically, you're shipwrecked on an island, right? And that's it.
Yeah.
That's all we
Oh.
know so far.
Whoa,
Well, that's
riveting.
something.
Did they? Sorry, go ahead.
Well, something I was going to ask because I don't know because having not really played the early ones, I don't know what the puzzles were like in those games. But I mean, like, is it like this sort of like environmental puzzles like this, where it's like set this on
Usually.
fire to continue?
Yeah, there were environmental puzzles, but not as good. It was always just like push this great big cube into this cubic slot.
Oh, the old
got the-
crate pushing.
Yeah, there's a lot of crate pushing, a lot of like find the key off of like a guy you kill or in a room, and then figure out what lock it goes into. Nothing
Yeah,
very
okay.
elaborate.
They had
Actually,
some.
I got stuck. I got stuck on a puzzle, and I'm talking a lot, but I got stuck on a puzzle in Tomb Raider 4 for 2 months. Stuck
Oh,
on this
wow.
puzzle. I played the game every single day trying to figure it out, right? I was that determined, and it became that personal. Well, it turns out what was wrong was I was trying to open up this trap door from, like, the wrong side. And that was the only problem. Like, that's how stupid the puzzles were in those games, so...
Oh man. Well, I mean, they had the limitations of the hardware there too. I mean, like, you couldn't do this sort of shit where fire traveled along a particular thing, and
Oh,
You gotta light the fuse. There's always dynamite everywhere you go.
is that a thing in the second one? There's lots of dynamite.
Oh, I don't know, I can't remember. I don't think so.
I recently played them on my channel. There was dynamite in the third one, but only once.
Actually,
What the fuck's going on? Rape.
oh, there is a bit of that in here. There is. Jeez. All right. Send your hate
Rape
mail
jokes.
to,
Oh, this is
Uh,
cool.
yeah, there's
Going
some
under.
there's some really cool sequences in this game. It's amazing how well it jumped. You know how a lot of games now, like, they feel like they need quick time events in order to be like exciting, and they end up just
Yeah.
being like boring. This game doesn't really have those, but it does have these, like, it'll just do really clever things with the camera while you're still playing it to make it cinematic, like stuff like this, which is
Neat, yeah.
really neat, clever stuff.
Well, now they've redesigned Tomb Raider a lot over the years. Like, from
Well, they
the character-
redesigned her again for the new release of this game on the Xbox One and the PS4.
Oh, well, I meant that like they've like the whole world they've redesigned like how they do everything. What's her backstory? Because they've changed her backstory like a dozen times too.
Okay, well,
So
in
she's
this
just
one
like a
she's like a uni student, and she's like been tracking down, yeah, and she's been like studying. Well, not like like proper hardcore professor type student stuff, and she's been like
a rebel.
No, she's not a rebel. She's been researching this like ancient Japanese like culture thing, and there's like it's got like that whole like King Kong like Skull Island type deal, like an island that no one can find that's connected to all this stuff and things. And so you go on an expedition there because you think you've worked out where the island is, and then of course you get shipwrecked and everything goes pear-shaped because it's video games.
Yes.
Oh man. You know
See
what the
that
plot
there
of
was
the
a thing
second
I had to
one
light
was?
on fire there, and I just kept
Oh.
walking straight past it, over and over again. That's a classic Gerkinman move there.
You're just like, where is it?
Where is it? It's right in front of me. I can't see it.
Use my black and white vision and run up this ramp.
Yeah, what does that
Maybe
do?
I'll find.
The black and white
Yeah,
vision
what-
kind of lets you know what in the environment is interactive.
Oh, so she got special eyes too, does she?
Yeah, you know, that's what games are like these
That's
days.
what, you know, uni students get those. Just tear out your eyes and give you new ones. It's because they gotta, you know, they lose their crap all the time, and you know, you gotta. I don't know.
It's true.
I was just saying, you know what the plot of the second one was? Talking
What?
about these elaborate, like, Lost Island plots. Okay, Tomb Raider 2 was, there's
Yep,
like...
walk past it
there's
again,
like a
Dan. Good
mob.
work.
What? No. You're just, like, staring at everything.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Is this Donkey Kong?
It's barrels everywhere.
Let me light a
What is
barrel
this?
on fire.
Hey, look at that. The barrel goes out when you goes through the waterfall, though. That's kind of cool.
Whoa. Is this Zelda? We're playing Zelda. This is the new HD Zelda, isn't it?
I would actually quite like if the Zelda went in this sort of direction in the future. I would
Yeah.
totally be okay with that.
I like that realistic style.
Yeah, I reckon that'd work well. Actually, that's what I was going to ask because I didn't play the early ones a lot. And you said it was like all environmental puzzles and shit. So, because I never really played them,
Well,
are they almost like
there was-
Zelda-style puzzles in those games, or like?
There was a lot of, not really. I mean, it was mostly just like go into a room, shoot all the guys. They'll probably be carrying a key. Figure out where the key goes.
How is that not like Zelda? you just
It's
hit it with a sword
more
instead.
Interactive. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like a really interactive puzzle in Tomb Raider, but nothing comes to mind.
Just push
There
the
was
block.
like in Tomb Raider 4, they kind of cheated a little bit with some, where it was like, you know, oh, you got a room with 6 blocks in it, and you got to put them all in the right places. Like that's like the most complicated it can get, you know.
Yeah, okay, that's not so amazing.
Yeah, no, they're not all that great. It's just that they were. I'd say that Tomb Raider was one of the first games that ever came out that was like a big 3D world you kind of had to explore, you know.
Mm.
It's like, oh, you're in this maze, you know, find your way through it.
Yay! I realized I needed to burn the road. Congratulations.
I don't even know. I'm just watching this thinking, what the fuck is this game?
It's
Trying to figure out.
it's good.
It's a
It
very
does
pretty
look
game. Very
I'd like
pretty
to
game.
see more. See what happens next.
Oh,
Next
there's
time on Game
all kinds of exciting things happening in this game. It's also like super like graphic and cruel. With I left some of Lara's death animations in there because when she dies, it tends to be pretty messed up what happens.
What do they do?
They love to torture Laura. I don't know what it is.
Oh,
It's always been a thing.
Like if you're like going
out or what?
no, but if you're going down a slide and you like hit like a spike or something, like it'll just show it like impaling her face and like her like wriggling and screaming while it's just like whoa.
They do that in like all the Tomb Raider games have parts like that. Like you fall in the pit of spikes and it's like, oh god, oh
Yeah,
no.
it turns
you know,
into
like,
Mortal Kombat all of a sudden.
yeah.
Look, I solved the puzzle.
I thought you already did that for some reason.
I was doing it, but it was empty. You had to get that junk into that to blow it up to get out.
Fuck.
Lateral thinking.
You know what's funny about puzzles like this though in games is it's like she's in a hurry. She's like, oh, I gotta get out of here. Let
Yeah.
me stop this big elaborate puzzle sequence.
That's
and
what always
go on
bothered me
down that
about.
way.
That's what always bothered me about JRPGs. Actually, it was always like we got to save the world, and it's got to end in like an hour, and then like I'm like I gotta get stuck in these random battles. The world's over already. Time's
Zelda's
running
like
out.
that too, though.
Yeah, Zelda's like that too, where it's just takes its sweet time.
You know what's worse is Half-Life actually. Oh my goodness, look at all this crap going on.
Yeah. This
Oh.
is-
It's tense.
Yeah, I would. If you haven't played this game yet, you can get it really cheap now. I would definitely recommend getting it for either your Xbox or your PS3 or the PC version, Casey, for you.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
There's that guy again.
Oh, it didn't make it.
Oh! Oh my! Oh god! How horrifying!
This game is full
Is
of
she
that.
alive?
No, I died.
Alive.
No,
Miraculous.
that was a death.
Not a scratch. Did she get crushed or was it just the other guy?
No, she got crushed. I fucked it up. I didn't make it.
This is restart, yeah.
I left.
it's-
I actually left the deaths in here. Like when I fucked up and I died, I left them in just because they're so.
Huh, that's cool.
It's got all these really unique death animations that are just like really full on and really make you just like, oh fuck.
How far back do you go if you die at that part?
Usually it's no more than like 20-30 seconds.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah.
good, yeah.
Yeah, the checkpoints are really well placed.
Oh, quick time!
You learnt this time.
Yeah.
Rocks means respond to controls.
Well, actually, that reminds me a lot of those. There's that bit in Resident Evil 4 that's like that with boulders, and you gotta do the same sort of
Dodge
thing. But yeah, they really like the cinematics of this game are like really epic.
I mean, like, this is a good direction for the game to go, I think.
That's a good direction for a lot of games to go.
You should go back and play the old Tomb Raider games after this.
Yeah, I don't know if
Just
I could bring
start,
myself
like-
to do that.
They're so bad.
Aren't they grid-based as well? Like you move around on a grid?
Yeah, like, it's not incredibly obvious. Well, yeah, it is. Never mind.
But yeah, this is
It's,
this
like,
game's beautiful.
it's almost
Look
like
at
playing Minecraft. Like, everything's in, like, cubes.
that. Yay.
Fuck Minecraft.
So there you go. That's the opening of the
You beat the
game. That's
You
it's
beat
just
the game.
Cool.
This is a great title sequence. Actually, I love that.
Tomb Raider. Oh,
There you
really?
go.
Is it that game? I thought it was something else.
Oh, there's something else.
Wasn't sure.
So you got
uh,
EXP there, huh?
Yeah, you get XP to level up your items.
Oh.
Alright guys, well thank you for joining me for this first episode of Tomb Raider. It's
How many parts are
confusing.
there for this?
16.
All right.
And they're
good
all
luck
of
to
a
all the
they're all
viewers
of a
out there.
they're all of a pretty good length. They're all about 20 minutes except for the
Oh,
last one, which is
better than
like
an hour.
50 minutes, yeah. So yeah, thank you, Blorder, thank you, Casey, thank you, Jess. As always, your company is always appreciated. And join us next week as we kill a deer.
Boom.